Welcome back to another video. We have the Genesis with us now. We're gonna work on this car for now. I gotta wait on import image racing for my car, which is the WRX. We having a little issues installing that verticooler from Process West because we had a few pieces missing when we got it. We're gonna focus that on another video after this one, hopefully. But we gotta get this car ready because it's gonna get shipped out to Fred. Let's get this dialed in. We have a few things on the list, which I will list here on what we need to get done with this car. It's mostly rear suspension parts. So rear suspension parts, front links, alignment, and then it's gonna hit the body shop to get the rear quarter panel fixed. I'll show you guys how bad that looks. He got hit in New York by a hit and run, and it is what it is. He wants to fix it down here before he gets it back. We're gonna clean the car up, PPF the headlights, and put back some of the small interior pieces that was supposed to get Alcantara, but the guy never followed through with it. So I'm gonna try to do it myself and then put everything back together for him. And then the car should get shipped out in the next 2 weeks, maybe, after everything's done. Body shop said it would take about 4 days for that quarter panel to get fixed. So let's see what happens. So let's knock this out. Hopefully I can knock this out within the next few hours or in 2 days. Let's just see what we can do. All right, so this is how his suspension looks at the moment. He is using Parts Pro Max, if I'm not mistaken. So he got mostly almost every arm on here. He bought the whole kit for this car. For some reason, it's just not doing too well from his experience. He didn't even have the car for a year. But then again, he's in New York. Roads are pretty harsh over there. And he ended up daily driving this car. I don't think the spherical bushings are the best. And he agreed to, because he was trying to get a daily. He didn't get the daily on time. He was trying to track this car, well, use it for time attack. Nothing fell into place, so this is why he's just gonna replace it. He's gonna daily drive this car in the meantime until the EG is fixed. So he has new arms that he's gonna replace. Coilovers might get replaced soon. We got 1 arm, 2 arms, 3 arms. The only one he is missing is the lower control arm, the rear lower control arm. That one's gonna stay the same. So this is the rear toe arm, the rear upper camber kit, and I think this is the rear upper arm. So let's replace these, get this out of the way. Rear wheel drive cars usually have so many arms. Why? Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 arms. He has 5 arms in the rear. We got 3. Now I gotta figure out which one's which. This is the upper control arm. We got it out. It seems like this is seized because it's not moving at all. I've been trying for like the past 5 minutes to try to like move that, and it's not. This one moves freely. This one moves because I moved it already. But yeah, that one's stuck in that position. It got pretty rusty since it last left. I think it lasted one winter out there. Fred is gonna touch all this up over there probably. He's gonna redo it or get a new. All right, we got 1 arm done, and we're gonna work on, if I'm mistaken, this one in the bottom and this one, these 2. Once those 2 are done, replaced, we gotta work on the other side. All right, so we got it removed finally after a lot of torching. Came out, as you can see the smoke. I don't know if you can see it, but it's smoking right now. Yep, but we got it out, thankfully. Some heat made it work. My handy dandy torch that I almost forgot that I had. what I found easier is to remove this bottom and unbolt this one. It's not removed, but they're just unbolted from the other side, just in order to get this arm in. So if you guys struggle with that, I would say start with this one. If you're removing, start from the bottom to the top, I would say, because I think it's easier. I start from the top to the bottom just because it makes your life easier, because this one is not going to go in because it's in a static position, so it's not going to go in. All right, so we finished. This is the finished product. We got the 3 arms in. Fred just ordered this arm right here because that one was a little sus. It's not really moving much. I added oil just to help it move. That one looks a little sus too, but Fred's gonna change this in New York. He said just to leave it for now because this is a one piece, and if you guys aren't familiar, the Genesis Coupe comes with a strut and a spring separate. It's a divorced setup, just like my Civic that I had, and Fred swapped it to a one-piece system. So he's gonna swap it back possibly to a divorced setup, and now we gotta do the other side. And after that, we do the links, and I think I just gotta wait for that arm to come in. So this car will sit outside for a little bit until that arm comes in, and once the arm comes in, we can knock that out and then get the car lined. So it's a little in, so I'm gonna try to tow that out. YouTube, convince Fred to move down, cause he's stubborn and he wants to continue living in New York without a garage. Tell him to move down and we can get a garage together. I got it out. I don't know who created this thing. It's supposed to go like this and hold the control arm, and that was a bitch to take out because it got stuck and I think it got seized on the knuckle. And this part, this piece right here, didn't want to come out. As you can see, it's scratched up and banged up because I tried to attach 2 nuts to it so I can break it free, but no. I ended up using this to freeze off, and it helped. So we got it out. Let's finish putting all the arms in. So I had to drop the subframe a little bit. I had to loosen this bolt, the bolt that goes there, this one, just to give it enough space, because this bolt doesn't come out with the filler neck in the way. We put this on when the subframe was out, so we didn't deal with that issue, but now I'm dealing with it. But you know, loosen those 3 bolts, got it down a little bit, pull it out. Oh my god, it's been, I wouldn't say, been working on this car since last night to this afternoon. So almost a day in total if you want to count it, trying to take this bolt out. I finally got her out. So after much banging, heat, freezing, PB blasted, WD-40, you can name it. And nothing was working. That bolt was seized onto this spherical bearing, and it was moving together. What I ended up having to do is put this pry bar right in between it, like make space. Sorry, Fred, if I damaged it a little bit, as you can see. And pry it to the right in order to use a wrench to use, you know, I guess, force, not to impact it, because then this is gonna end up spinning. So I used, you know, force with my hands, and I got it to break loose finally. And now I finally got it out. So now we're taking it out. Taking the rest of it out. I fucking hate this car. And the amount of times, this is the third bolt that has seized on me. And got the bolt out. Looks like it's damaged, or that's the indent that's supposed to have. But, and even I think the threads of it, I'm trying to clean it up. crazy off. That is what. Alright, so that means we gotta work on this side, bring this out or bring this in. As you can see, we got this side done. I might have to drop the suspension as per Fred's request. He wanted it a little lower because we did raise this up before we brought it down to Florida. I'm sorry for the angles, but yeah, we got all of it done. I aligned it to my eye, so in order for us to take it until it has running a little camber, I'm just trying to adjust it to make it straight as possible. We're only gonna go a few miles away. I'll take local roads, and yeah, it's probably like 10-15 minutes away to get the alignment done. All right, so we have finished the rear. The rear is completed. To give you a better look, this is how it's looking now on each side. Well, you can't see over there, but yeah, we got the coilovers look seized, so I think we're gonna replace those. What we have left to do is now the links on this and dropping the car about an inch, and that's pretty much it. We gotta do some LEDs for both the fog lights and headlights. So put some PPF on his headlights, and that's pretty much it. The car can go to an alignment and the car can go to the body shop, and we are done. We have little miscellaneous things to do. I'm gonna start putting his interior pieces back in. As you can see, that there's one missing there. It wasn't finished to be Alcantara, so I'm gonna do that, complete that for him, and we should be good from there. Fred, you will see your car soon. So we have a mess here. What we have next to do, we got garbage coming tomorrow. We gotta throw all this out, clean it up, and bring the car down. Bring it back a little bit because I have no space to work on the front. Make sure you don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, we're gonna work on the Genesis. We're gonna do the links and ride adjustment on the front. We already did the rear. I just texted them to see if that was okay. We dropped it an inch in the rear, and we're gonna drop it an inch in the front, maybe an inch and a half to have it, you know, ducking. But yeah, this one right now has actually 3 fingers, and yeah, I think an inch would be just fine. Actually, this was actually lower than the rear, so yeah, probably an inch would just be fine. 3 fingers, there should be 2 maybe. He said he wants a finger gap. This guy just is, he forgets that he lives in New York. And this looks like the ones. This is the part number if you guys need it. Comes in the bag. It's nice. I had these actually in my Civic, so I know they're pretty good. I know in the Civic it kind of went out, but that's because I was bottoming out. It wasn't tightened correctly on the knuckle, and the knuckles bolt kind of stripped, and it was turning every time. So it's not Whiteline's fault, it's more my fault. So they have a great product here, and yeah, let's get this installed. Okay, unfortunately we came to a standstill with the Genesis. The bracket for the sway bar is bent completely and it's shredded in there. So I told Fred it's not safe. Just, you could probably put a washer there, but it's gonna break just like the other side. And it's crazy because we just spent money on the other side. I wish Low Life would have told me that, but I don't think they even looked on this side. Maybe they did from a angle, but they wouldn't have known unless they took out the sway link. This coilovers are hammered anyways. Unfortunately, this only lasted like a year, so we was gonna go bags, but it's just not right at this time. It's gonna be too much money for him, and he's already coughing up a lot for the Civic and this car, so we're just gonna order new coilovers and we're just gonna leave it for another video. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will be back with the Genesis on another video or in the next video. To complete it, we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to order the coilovers and then wait for it to get here. So that's gonna be in the next video with the white line sweet links, and I'll see you on the next one.